stay. When I came to Ananda village, before that I had been studying some other lessons that are master's teachings, and I was slogging through. I learned energization, I learned Hamsa, I learned Om technique, I learned Kriya through these lessons and books, and I didn't have any contact with anybody pretty much, and I thought it was doing okay, but I always thought something wasn't quite right. I'm not really making progress. And then one day, someone told me about Swami Kriyananda, and that there's this great yoga master who lives up in the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas and the mountains, and he trains people, and you can live there, you can have your home there, and I thought, wow, that's wonderful. So I went up there. Swamiji said to me right off, first words, "This is your home. You should consider moving here." And I thought, well, I didn't really think I'm going to move here. But I did, of course, I did after a while. But the interesting thing was, everyone there, we knew Swami Kriyananda had great depth, he had great love, he had great attunement, he had maybe he had powers, he seemed to know everything we were doing and thinking, but he would never allow us to call him the guru. And we didn't know what a guru was. There we were. And I asked him, "Are you our guru?" And he said, "No." And for all those years, I mean, that was in the 70s, all the way up to when Swamiji left his body, at the very end, he started to help people with that, but with that question. And he said yes a few times, but he always referred to Paramhansa Yogananda. So we never touched his feet. I mean, even today, people in America, the Ananda communities, we don't know what touching the feet means. I mean, and Swamiji never talked about it. Even though he spent many years in India, he gave us our whole life and all the books he wrote and the music, and he told us everything about our gurus. Everything I ever learned was really from him, about the techniques and master's life and everything about India. Nobody had never been to India. He played Indian music, he composed Indian music, he had a tanpura, he had a harmonium, but he never was the guru. So people were like wondering, and he would always say, "No, Paramhansa Yogananda, Paramhansa Yogananda." And then, but you realize that he had a very important role, and he didn't spell it out so clearly. He allowed each person to figure out where he fit in to the equation. And I remember a couple of incidents where I began to understand that Master, through Swamiji, was our guru. But it took me a long time to get to that point. He didn't make it easy. One incident was I was living at Ananda, and then suddenly I just got tired of living there, and I didn't want to be positive, energetic, enthusiastic anymore. I didn't want to energize every day. I didn't want to meditate. I didn't want to, everything. I was completely a rebel. I got in my car, I drove away. I was gone for 3 years. And I was doing all kinds of, going back to my old life. And then, I tried to meditate, but basically I couldn't. I remember the picture of Master I had on the wall fell down and the glass cracked. My Kriya Mala broke, the beads had fallen on the ground. Everything that could go wrong went wrong because I was going in the wrong direction. Because Swamiji was responsible for my life. And I didn't really want anybody in between me and Master. It was like me and Master, and Master do it by himself, but he couldn't. So then, after about 3 years, the thought came in my mind, and I knew it was Master, go back. You belong there. He's responsible for you. And I went back, and I never left again. And I ended up going to Italy and serving and so forth and so on. And that was one clear indication that Master had chosen Swamiji for me. And it wasn't like I chose him. I didn't really know who way it was, but Master had chosen. The last incident I'll tell you it actually happened not that long ago, when I was really struggling, and Swamiji was still with us. And I went to see him, and I just started telling him everything that was happening. And I said, and Swamiji, I'm trying this, I'm trying reading, I'm studying, I'm chanting, I'm energizing twice a day, I'm doing 108 Kriyas, I'm in silence, you know. I went on and on, I'm doing everything. But it's not working. Now, you get to that point. You're trying everything, but it's not working. And he said to me, you're going to be all right. And I'll never forget, I wonder how you're going to be all right. I went home, I went to bed. The next morning, I felt completely different. Now, what changed? Master through Swamiji helped me. So I went to Swamiji, I said, I felt completely different now. He just said, that's good. He just kept working. And then I went and I said, but Swamiji, you helped me. And he says, no, Dhyana, Master helped you. But here again, I realized Master helped me, but he needed a channel. And Swamiji was that channel. And when he left before he left his body, Swamiji, I asked in a group satsang, I said, Swamiji, will you be able to help us as much as you've helped us all these years? And he said this, I really hope so. And I've meditated on that. I mean, I think I've gotten a clear understanding of it, but he was meaning, you are mine. I will never let you go. But you, like Daljit was saying, you have to be open. I really hope so, like I'm there, but are you going to still be there? And what happens when a great master leaves, often people go find somebody else in the body, or they get lost and everything. But he said, I really hope so. And our answer needs to be, I am there. Because he's not lost the responsibility for us. Master still is using Swamiji as his channel for all of his children that belong to this particular line, this particular way through Swamiji. God bless you all.